finally happened. YouTube terminated my channel, and if you're watching this, then I'm sorry. It's not necessarily the end, but it's a new beginning, and it really hurts me, though. I worked hard on that channel, 15,200 people. I tried turning around and, becoming less of a reactor, more of a thoughtful individual. And look at where it got me. It just bit me in the ass. I just feel angry with myself. I feel angry at YouTube. And I just want to explain what happened. This is going to be my start, my new beginnings and whatnot, but it's also going to be a bit of a rant, so buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. My main channel wasn't terminated for any copyright infringements or anything of that sort. My main channel. But the channel account that was linked to it, that I primarily used for testing purposes, like if I wanted to know if there was a problem with A, B, and C in this video, I would post to that channel, and then it would tell me if I received a copyright strike. Then I was just like, okay. But I wasn't aware that if you have a linked channel between the two, your main channel can also be terminated. I thought, okay, if it gets terminated, that's fine. And I was being foolish, I'll admit. But honestly, if my main channel wasn't found to be in any sort of violations whatsoever, then, why was that terminated? That's ridiculous. Honest to God, that is completely and utterly ridiculous. I'm just pissed. And it pisses me off because YouTube's system for copyright handling is just flawed to the core. It is flawed. It doesn't favor the creator. It favors big businesses. It favors, the people with larger and larger amounts of cash in their pockets. And it's hard for a little guy to get a chance because of multitudes of reasons. But I'm going to try to talk about it in this video, all in one shot and whatnot. So let's get straight to it. The first thing I want to talk about for copyright use and for copyright infringement is the fact that YouTube's system is not a preventative measure. It's more or less a punishment-based system. Instead of educating their users and whatnot, saying this video may contain copyrighted material, here are the possible consequences, it's just like you post and then punishment right there and then. You shouldn't have done that. Even though it could be a Steven Universe theory video, they're just like, you shouldn't have done this video. You're a bad person. We're going to give you a copyright strike for this. That is ridiculous. Honest to God, that is completely ridiculous. What YouTube's interface should look like for when it comes to uploading, it should take a page from one of its competitors, Bilibili. Bilibili is a service out in China. I know China's out in the hot seat right now, but let me just say why they should take a page from them. The way Bilibili's service works is that what they do is you post the video is analyzed, and it's also analyzed by a human team as well, or one singular individual. And from there, what happens is it's approved or disapproved. And once it's disapproved, they tell you why it's disapproved, and it's fine. You can just be like, I'm done, whatever, okay, fine. I'll post another video, I'll record again, I'll do something else. YouTube doesn't take this approach. They just post now, get the punishment right there and then. What they could be doing is a similar system to them, except what they could do is their video, you could have the video processed, and from there it says, here are the possible repercussions of posting a video just like this. You can face a possible copyright strike, and you can face demonetization on this video, or you could face this, you could face that, whatever. Do you wish to proceed? The creator then chooses to proceed, or they can just appeal it to a direct person on YouTube, as in, this video needs to be approved, here you go. Can you take a look at these moments, see if you are in violation of copyright whatsoever? It doesn't have to be the whole video. It could just be the segments that the algorithm is concerned over in terms of copyright infringement, okay? So it could just be those pieces. And from there, they could say, we can't do this or we can do this, whatsoever, or like just something along those lines. A system that is based more in preventative measures as opposed to punishment-based measures. That would encourage creators to be able to, post more often while they're not so discouraged as to whether or not they have to face any form of repercussions. It's easier that way. It's just better business in general. I mean, your creators are going to be more happy with this kind of system because of the fact that they know that this may not be safe, and the responsibility falls to them whether or not they choose to proceed with the post. If the algorithm is notifying them saying this is what could happen, and they choose to say yes, then yeah, the ball's in their court. They can also, appeal to a direct YouTube supervisor or something along those lines that can just check out the content and whatnot, and they'll say, okay, I don't think this is, this is good. I don't think this is good. Whatever. I don't think this is bad. Yada yada, and then boom, just gets posted right there and then. That would be so much easier, to be honest. Now, granted, content may not get posted right away. Okay, it may take maybe 10 minutes or so or something along those lines. Ideally, I'm not so much of a guy who understands the amount of massive content on YouTube. I mean, there's probably billions upon billions of hours being posted every single second. But I do understand the fact that the system itself is flawed and can be greatly improved by having it be more of a preventative measure as opposed to a punitive measure. And another thing I wanted to talk about is just some of the copyright strikes are just BS. It's BS because of the fact that we can't contact some of these companies that own the copyright. We cannot. We can't ask them for permission. It's difficult. They're so distanced from us. They're so distant from us that it's hard for us to build up a repertoire or a conversation. YouTube should have a direct line system. Honestly. It would make my life so much easier if I could directly contact these companies. And sometimes they're just buried in emails. They don't have time to get to you. They're a big time business. To hell with this guy. Okay, we're not even going to respond to him. It bites that I can't directly speak to someone that says, okay, you can utilize this copyrighted content under these given circumstances. I mean, with certain creators, it's fine. Adi Shankar once gave me permission to do an entire reaction to all of Castlevania. I literally still have the tweet to this day. But with big time companies, it's impossible to know whether or not we have permission to do these kinds of videos or to do certain videos. Like, I tried doing a Steven Universe video and it said I had to contact this company, and I can't contact this company to get the strike removed or whatsoever. I can't even appeal the strike because now my channel is terminated. But the fact is, it's super hard to get in touch with these companies to talk with them and to see whether or not it's okay to utilize this content for specific purposes. It's just way too difficult. And I find that it's a highly flawed system in that regard because we don't know if it's all right or not. Like, for example, everybody knows about Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. When I did my Steven Universe theory video, I was like, thinking, okay, I'll be fine. It's a theory video. It's just utilizing the scenes to demonstrate certain points or to talk on certain scenes. And bam, suddenly, no, it's not good. It's bad. All right, to hell with you. It's all bad. It's not good. You're infringing on our copyrights. It sometimes doesn't even take that into account. It doesn't take into Section 107. It doesn't take into account Section 107. It's just bullcrap. I know I'm stuttering a lot, but I find it to be ridiculous. Honestly. And it just depresses me. I really wish my channel wasn't terminated. I really do. But I think that YouTube needs to perfect its system in terms of its uploads and whatnot. Instead of just, being a punishment-based system, they should be more of a preventative-based system. What they should do is they should, have the algorithm analyze the video and say that these are possible repercussions. If the creator is fine with those repercussions, that's fine. They can choose to post. It's in their court. Or they can also appeal to a supervisor and say, hey, we were wondering if we need some help here. Can you check this video? I don't think we're in any violation whatsoever when it comes to our copyright, but yeah, we just need your help. And then the supervisor says, okay, yes or no. I'm not going to approve this video. I will approve this video. And then, yeah, just steps off, It's ridiculous. I'm going to try to get this channel up in the air. But, it's got me depressed. It does have me depressed. I mean, I worked my ass off to get here. Well, not to get here, to get to 15,200. But, when you hit rock bottom, all you can do is go up. Anyway, this is DT signing out. See ya.